in this way, it is prominent here from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meter and 10 decimeter that it is of 6 meter. If you want to write it, you should write it as length of scale is equal to 15 centimeter according to the RF. That RF should be mentioned somewhere on top of the scale or below the scale. Otherwise, this thing is very difficult to understand what is the exact ratio between the object distance and drawing distance.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, it's a good effort. I appreciate, and I would like to encourage you. And through your performance, other people should also be motivated and encouraged. Imre?
Thank you, sir.
Then, any more? So plate number 2 is khatam now. So next class onward, we will start plate number 3. And can you tell me any off class you have? A good span of 2-3 hours?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday, there is some event, sir. SAN, MNTCs.
Normally,
Yes, sir.
I don't
Person
want
also
for Saturday, Sunday because many homework you complete during Saturday, Sunday. And one more thing.
Yes, sir.
मुझे भी कभी-कभी Saturday, Sunday थोड़ा दूसरा काम भी करना चाहिए ना.
Yes, sir.
मेरा भी घर परिवार है, उन लोगों को भी देखना पड़ता है.
Yes, sir.
तो जैसे आप लोगों के पेरेंट्स आपको देख रहे हैं ना.
Yes, sir.
So normally during weekdays, Monday to Friday, I'll try to rather bother you for such 1 or 2 hours extra classes. Otherwise, this drawing subject is too big, vast subject, and it needs lots of discussion to reach whatever you want to teach, to reach at your proper place. Okay.
When should we submit plate 2, sir?
I'll tell you which problems and when to submit.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Do you have any confusion regarding anything?
When we have to submit?
Now one thing.
When you
What about your Thursday second half, 2 to 5?
Thursday second. 2 to 5.
Yes, sir. It is free, but yes, sir, we can.
We can.
Okay.
Sir.
So please do not commit any other teacher regarding this.
3 to 5 p.m. will be better, as we have classes till 1 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
3 to 5.
2:30 p.m. to 5.
Anyway, 3 to 5 then?
Yes, sir. 3 to 5 will be
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Then
sir.
it will be much.
Now, one more thing. On Wednesday, you have a class at 3. In between 2 to 3 and 4 to 5. Is it still continuing or is it dropped?
So continue, sir.
Continuing. Now, what about Monday 2 to 4?
Sir, there is
we have electrical laboratory.
Monday is full headache.
सर मंडे तो laboratory is from 4 to 7 सर उतना कैसे करेंगे थक जाएंगे सर 2 से अगर 7 क्लास.
So if we require, definitely we will require for drawing, completing all these things in detail so that you get much more information about this subject, because different varieties, different styles of problem are really very nice thing to discuss and to understand. So Thursday 3 to 5, I think it's confirmed and it's suitable for you. No problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So please don't commit to others. And you just tell them that, and one more thing. One more thing is that your mid-semester examination starting from 14th of February.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
so
sir.
15th to 19th. So before that, we are not getting many classes. So please be in touch with the subject, whatever I am teaching through many books. Okay. And whatever problem you are facing, just communicate in the class and it will be facilitating other people also to understand from your difficulties. Now, next thing, normally during mid semester from 14 to 19 February, there will be rather classes are Monday to Friday, 14 to 18th. Normally, lecture classes are not taken there, or any classes are not taken there. And one examination schedule is published, a particular fixed day and time for a particular subject. Okay, so whenever you get such communication, immediately you just let me inform. Okay.
Sir,
Okay,
how
sir.
to improve the freehand drawing means for the ellipse?
Practice, practice, practice. And one more thing, if you take, suppose point A and A prime are on the major axis extremity, point B and B prime are minor axis extremity. So if you consider one point between B and A, then can you draw a proper elliptical curve if you take a single point between B and A? Anyway, I'll just give you a small example. Now, can I share a page?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you have identified this location A prime, B and B prime corresponding to this origin and these two horizontal and vertical axis. Now somehow you determine a particular position, a point here which is located on the ellipse, but you do not know any intermediate point. So naturally you will try to connect it by a straight line and a straight line. Now will it be an ellipse? So
No,
if
sir.
there are many number of points, there is one more in between. Suppose it is here and two more in between here and here. So even if you join these points with straight line, simple direct straight line, that also will look like an ellipse. And as many points you consider, that much smooth the curve will be. It will be like that parabola touching at P and Q for the triangle TPQ. So many lines are there. So naturally, when you join all these lines, the open end, it was looking almost like the curve, smooth curve. Now, if these 8 or 9 points are there, even if you move with pure straight lines, then join with straight line here. So this straight line, sorry, straight line, straight line, straight line, straight between all these points, etc. So obviously it is looking like a continuous curve. So as many points you take, but it takes a lot of time. So if you plan to take 100 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. So automatically those very closely spaced points, you don't need to connect them. It looks like an ellipse. But that much time we do not have. So naturally you need to compromise between these two, most perfect and very poor. Okay. So these 8 points, I think those are a nice thing to identify and join. Any other point you want to raise?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, we have to find focus geometrically or mathematically.
Geometrically. Is it not easy for you? Just simply, once you identify this, any origin, draw horizontal vertical lines, measure half major axis, put it on the right hand side, measure half major axis, put it on the left hand side, similarly B and B prime. Next step is take the length OA, use it as radius and B as center. So draw this radial line, this is the arc, get this point of intersection, and this line with this intersection gives the focus here. So is it not suitable for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Calculation is always there, but geometrical calculation is very interesting. Now suppose there is a rectangle whose length is A and width is B. Can you draw a straight line whose length will be equal to the magnitude of the area of the rectangle AB? A multiplied by B? Calculator is not there. Simply scales are there. Scale pencil. You can draw straight lines. So to draw a straight line whose length will be equal to the area of the rectangle whose length is A and width is B. सोचो बेटा और सोच के बताना.
Sir, please tell the question again.
Draw a line whose length is equal to area of a rectangle of sides A and B. That is, the length should be magnitude of the A multiplied by B. It is understood. You don't need to do this thing. A very simple help of बताओ. Now you just tell me the similar triangles. Here is one horizontal line. Here is one inclined line. Suppose we draw two parallel lines as if these are the base for two similar triangles. Now, if this length is A, if this length is 1 and if this length is B, then what about this length?
B by A.
If this length is L Then A divided by 1, suppose 1 centimeter,
AB.
that is L divided by B, which gives this length is equal to the area value of the rectangle with sides A and B. You don't need any calculator. A simple scale, pencil, and to draw parallel lines. That's all. So many such, these are primitive things. And for scientific and other developments, we are getting these modern gadgets, but we must not forget the root. Okay. Now, please consult any book on engineering drawing and you make your practice, not that formal practice of one with borderline, title block, etc., etc. Just solve the problem. So that if it is asked for any test or assignment, if it is given, then you can immediately present it.
For assignment presentation, we should follow all the rules like model block, title block.
और मैं समझा नहीं, sound was a little distracted, some disturbance was there.
For assignment submission, we have to follow all the rules.
Rules as it is given or mentioned in the question, you have to follow that rule. But general instruction is you do not send the answer through reply mail. You download the question, you solve it, scan it to a single PDF and send as a fresh mail to my office mail ID. From your mail ID, if by any chance your institute mail ID is not working, you can use your other mail ID also. But one thing, the mail subject line should contain your roll number and the file name also should contain your roll number. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to identify. So, okay, then can I close?
Again, repeat, sir, what you said.
It will be written in the question. It will be written. You don't need to remember whatever I am saying. I'll send it by writing it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But regarding the subject, you have to do proper practice. Okay. There is no shortcut method for learning any subject or anything. Okay then. So
Okay,
best wishes.
sir.
Okay. So please permit me to leave.
Bye, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Bye,
you, sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.